Julian, we have a lot of enterprise customers that are modernizing legacy applications that have been in existence for a long time. Wonder if you could just share a few insights into how they should consider getting started.
Sure, and it's a broad topic. There's the technical as well as just the what. The what being, becomes a classic problem. If people haven't modernized, do you reach the point in time where you go, do we need a rewrite? That's one of the earliest questions, and if so, does just part of it need a rewrite? I feel like in that, the biggest advice I'd have is for people to think through how well they understand what they already have. Rewriting, there's what I sometimes affectionately call the same again model, where what people want is what they have, and they may not be able to explain and describe and document what it is they have. That's a very high-risk situation to be in. If you're trying to make a predictable delivery timeline and you have an absolute requirement to replace, there's nothing agile about that. You don't get to come through with a subset of the features. And so you're trying to deliver a full set of features which you haven't yet described. And until you get into hearing the bug because the old does this and the new does something else, you may not find that requirement till late on. So there's obviously a lot of risk. Sometimes it is going to lead to a better code base. If you really had something that was too tied to the implementations that are no longer valid in today's world. If something was so tightly coupled to a framework such that business logic is littering view layer in a way you can't come back from, for example. I don't find that to be true that often. Usually in all the systems we encounter, there are places where there's a stable core of code. It's been extracted. It may not be in the class file that it's going to end up in, but it is applicable to the world that we're going into. And in the case of Java and .NET, the code is likely written in a way that is completely portable forward. There's nuances around non-blocking and so on, where, ideally you could sequence it so that the final version might not even be the same code. But somewhere in there, the business logic, the absolute heart of your application, hopefully, is salvageable. And, it's a strength of the better frameworks, or the more expansive frameworks, I should probably say, that they can adapt to things very well. They're going to give you a way of taking that heart and transplanting it into something very modern and very conducive to productivity.